Right, guys, I'm going to discuss about the scenario number 2. That is, first of all, I will read this question, and after that, I will come to the questions here. And uh, when we are while we are reading the question, we'll understand what are the methodologies we have to do to get the answer efficiently. Right, guys. A group of 4 recent engineering graduates have formed an IoT startup company. They have a concept. They have a concept for IoT-based smart home system, which which they think will be a commercial success. While they are proficient with the hardware aspects of the system, they do not have much expertise with professional software development. While you're reading this question, okay, since this is a question related to the business and the profits, you want to write something. Those are the what we call the uh, uh, we will call it as the SWOT analysis. So in the SWOT analysis, I can just write uh, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, and what are the opportunities and the threats, the available things you can write. Now, as the strength, these people, they are having what's that? They will be having they will be having the capability of the hardware resources. Okay, hardware resources, they are available, and also they have mentioned a weak point also. Here they have mentioned while they are proficient with the hardware aspects uh, of the system. That means they know about the hardware things. Proficient of hardware resources or the hardware aspects. But they have already mentioned there uh, they do not have much expertise with professional software development. That is a weak point. So I will write weaknesses. Weaknesses is less knowledge about software development. Right. Then that is the first thing. Okay. Then an IoT platform is to be used to implement the system. Okay. With their research, the following options regarding the platform were identified. Now there are options called option A, option B, option C, and option D. Remember, guys, we want to get the answer from these options. So you want to show that you have done a nice comparison between these 4 things. So the best way to do that comparison is the tabulate. Okay, by taking the features and the insights of them, what you are doing, you are tabulate that one. Then you can show that you have nicely compared the things. Okay, so I will get what we call the insert table here with 4 or 5 things, because at the minimum stage I want to have option A, option B, option C, and option D. So I will take those things as the rows, and the available features I will be taking to the columns. So as the rows, I will take here at least I want to have 5 things, and I will take the efficiency like this way. I will put right here in this column. I will write it is as the option. Oh, yeah, just write the option. IoT option, and this will be then option 1. Option A, isn't it? Option A. This will be option B, and option C, and option D. Right now, I will write the features according to those options. So we'll go to that one. Option A, use commercial IoT platform ABC to implement the system. ABC is very cost effective. Okay. The name we will write. What are the names? It has a name. Option this will write. The first thing is the name. Here the ABC, and this one is the XYZ. XYZ, and this is a hybrid of them. Hybrid platform. And what is the other one? Option D, implement a custom IoT platform. This is a custom IoT platform. Custom IoT platform. Okay. Okay. I have figured out those things. Right. Then ABC is very cost effective, but upon close inspection, it was discovered to be lacking some features required by their system. Okay. Then we'll say the cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness. You can hear right, ABC is less cost. Less cost, but still I did not measure that. Here we'll see ABC is very cost effective, but upon close inspection, it was discovered to be lacking some features required by their system. Option B, use commercial IoT platform XYZ to implement their system. XYZ costs more than ABC, but it can completely cater to all requirements of the system. Here also I will write the features. Here it is a less functional oriented, isn't it? Or less functional oriented. And this one is more cost than ABC. But this is fully functional oriented. Fully functional oriented. We'll go ahead. AB in a right. Use XYZ costs more than ABC, but it can completely cater to all the requirements of the system. That means the fully functional oriented means all the requirements are satisfied. Okay. Here, all the requirements are satisfied. Either you can write fully functional oriented or all the requirements are satisfied. Here, some features are missed. And if we move to the hybrid approach, in the hybrid approach, option number C, go for a hybrid approach combining the cost effectiveness features of ABC while supplementing the missing features with XYZ. That means go for hybrid approach combining the cost effective features of ABC. That means this has the cost effective features of ABC as well as, and also it will take some missing features of XYZ also. That means it has filled the missing features of XYZ as well. But now you have to understand, while it is now this is a hybrid approach of both these things. That means this is more cost than the XYZ, but less cost than the what we call, sorry, this is more cost than the ABC, but less cost than the XYZ, isn't it? Again, we'll go and see. Go for a hybrid approach combining the cost-effective features of ABC. Okay, that means it has the cost-effective features of ABC while supplementing the missing features with XYZ. By considering the XYZ, it has filled the missing features also. That means we can say more, this is intermediate level. That means the cost, we can say the hybrid cost is more cost than ABC and less than XYZ. Okay. Features, that means this is also now what's fully functional oriented, because it has filled the gap between XYZ and the ABC. Right. Option D, implement a custom IoT platform. They have consulted a few software engineers who are familiar with the implementation of custom IoT platforms. Regarding this, and it was estimated that group of 3 experienced software engineers would need 6 months to implement a custom IoT platform to suit their requirements. Now here, what's that? Option D, what they are going to do, right? In option D, they are going to implement a custom IoT platform. Now, what is the difference between this custom IoT platform and the other things? Okay. Now, from this onwards only, you have to understand what is this problem domain. Okay. Again, we'll move to the things. An IoT platform is to be used to implement the system. With their research, the following options regarding the platform were identified. Okay. And they have given the things what we have tabulated there. Option A, option B, option C, and option D. Okay. Now you want to understand option A, option B, and option C. They are doing their configurations, but they are using some kind of cloud platform to host the application. What the in a custom IoT platform, what they are doing, they will be making their own service. Okay, they will be maintaining their own services. Okay, right. They will configure their own services there, custom IoT platform, and it is needed to have 6 months. Estimated that a group of 3 experienced software engineers would need 6 months to implement a custom IoT platform to suit their requirements. And one of the major drawback here, they want to hire some people. Okay, that means additional hiring. Okay, additional hiring needed, will write there, and also the time, and also the amount will write like that. Here, when we come to this one, implement a custom IoT platform, they have consulted a few software engineers who are familiar with the implementation of custom IoT platforms. Regarding this, then it was estimated that a group of 3 experienced software engineers would need 6 months to implement a custom IoT platform to suit their requirements. Now, it is needed to have 6 months to implement this custom IoT platform. Okay. Right. Additional hiring, no. Here, no. And also here, no. And here also no. But here, 3 needed. 3 software engineers needed. Then we'll move to the other part. But here, I will see to where I have to put this 6 months. Okay. The startup company is to be bootstrapped. That means it is self-funded. Okay, that means you are the person who is funded for this one. If the option A is to be used, the amount they have is, that means you have some capital here. Okay, you have some capital here. The amount they have is sufficient for a period of roughly 2 years. That means now you have some capital, you have to invest this capital. Okay, while you are investing this one, uh, you are running your IoT company also. Okay, there you are implementing these smart houses, and also after that you want to earn the profits. Okay, that is your full scenario. That means you have some capital. Okay, while investing that capital, you are implementing smart houses. Then you want to generate profits. Now you want to see whether you are generating profits or you are losing profits. That means you are losing. That thing you want to consider. Okay. Uh, uh, if the option A is to be used, the amount they have is sufficient for a period of roughly 2 years. That means if you have selected the option A, the amount, the capital that you have is sufficient for a period of roughly 2 years to run this business. Now, amount will say amount sufficiency. Sufficient. Here, 2 years, just roughly 2 years. I have mentioned it as 2 years. Option B, if it is option B, the amount will be sufficient for roughly about 1.5 years. Now it is 1.5 years, 1.5 years. With option C, the duration will be bit more than that. Option C. That means option C, the amount will be sufficient for roughly about 1.5 years. That is for option B. With option C, the duration will a bit more than that, but less than option A. That means it is like we can just approximate 1.7. Okay, that means it is less than 2 years, but more than 1.5. We write here less than 2 years. 1.5. 1.5. Okay. With option C, the duration will a bit more than that. With option C, right? We have outlined that one. Option D cost roughly 60% of their funds upfront. In option D, it is mentioned that it will cost 60% of the funds upfront. That means from the capital, 60% will be, option D will cost roughly 60% of their funds upfront. That means for the IoT implementation, it will be taking 60%. Okay, that means they are here you want to generate this IoT platform. Okay, for that upfront thing. Okay, it will cost 60% for the upfront. That means only the 40% is remaining. Okay, only 40% is remaining for the what we call the running the business. Now 60% for the upfront and 40% for running the business. Okay, that means you can see identify. That means the amount sufficiency is minimum here, because for they have to pay for this software engineers. Okay, therefore, the amount sufficient is uh, you can't guarantee this one. That means option D is now, when we considering about the foundation level implementation, you can't go with the option D because it is very much cost. Okay, that is the first thing you want to understand, right? Okay, we have outlined those things. Right. Then the last paragraph. Also, it has been decided not to hire anybody until the company makes profit. Now they have mentioned they are not going to hire anybody until they are making profits. That means you can't go with the what we call go with the option D, because uh, you can't make profits because only 40% is remaining for your implementation tasks, smart form implementation. Okay, the basic IoT platform implementation, you want to uh, spend 60%. Okay, so it is not cost efficiency for the short term basically. Uh, from these statements, also it has been decided not to hire anybody until the company makes profit. From this statement, you can cancel out the option D. They have pitched the idea for several potential customers, real estate developers, individual, what we call homeowners, apartments complex. That means they have the opportunity. Okay, that means it is clear that they can generate profits because they have already a customer basis. They have a customer basis, so we can write that thing where what we are writing the we can write the opportunities. They have a customer base. Customer base. They have a customer base. Right. And they have received enthusiastic responses from many of them. Okay, that means they have the customer base. It is evident that the product needs to be released to the market as soon as possible to capitalize on the opportunity. Oh, what is that? That is a threat. Threat. That means they have some competitors. If they do not release this one at the exact time, they cannot capitalize the market. Release as soon as possible to capitalize the market. Now, your arguments has to consider these things. Okay, first of all, you want to consider about your competitors also. You want to think about your profits also. Okay, minimize the cost, earn profits, and as well as you want to consider about the capitalizing the market. Market as soon as possible to capitalize on this opportunity. They are confident that the hardware part will not take them more than 3 months. Okay, for hardware parts, it won't take more than 3 months. Okay, that means the total time from that we can consider. Okay, it is also estimated that they can start making profit in roughly 1 year's time. Profits will be generated roughly 1 year's time if they succeed in drawing their target number of customers. They can earn profits after 1 year. And for the hardware resources allocation, it will take like roughly 3 months. So here 3 plus 3 plus, okay, for allocation hardwares, it will take at least 3 months. After 3 months only, you are implementing the things. Okay, then another 9 months will be remaining. Okay, so if you take this ABC part, okay, what we call the amount sufficiency, that means you are having the capital cost for 2 years, but now after 3 months only you can implement the things up finding the hardware allocation. Uh, so what we call from there will be like 9 months to implement the things. Okay, you will be having your audience. You can generate the profits after 1 year. Okay, that means if you implement this one quickly, okay, like after 9 months, you can earn profits. Okay, that means profit turns after 9 months. Now here also 3 months. Okay, when considering another 9 months, you can earn profits, but consider the your amount of sufficiency is only for 1.5 years. Okay, that means now you have implemented smart house, uh, but after 1 year, the revenue is generated, profit is generating. Okay, you can go with this one. That means one point you profit will be what we call the capital is remain for 1.5 years. That means if you go with this one, you can implement some houses also. After that, you can have the revenue also. But here you can what we call you can implement the thing here, and also you can have what we call the you can run the business and generate the revenue. We'll see again this one, what is this amount sufficiency. We'll see whether it is the time or whether the capital is remaining there. We'll see. Would need 6 months to implement the cost effective features. Right. All right. Where is this? The startup company is to be boosted, that is self-funded. If the option A is to be used, the amount they have is sufficient for a period of roughly 2 years. That means they have money. The amount they have, is to be used. The option A is to be used. The amount they have is sufficient for a period of roughly 2 years. That means they can run for 2 years. They can run for 2 years. That means by implementing the devices, they can run for 2 years. Right. Then we'll see. Right. Hardware parts will not take more than 3 months. It will. It is also estimated that they can start making profit in roughly 1 year's time if they succeed in growing their target number of customers. Okay. Now we have clearly written down this one and all these things. This one also 3 plus for the hardware bars, 3 plus will take, and here also 3 plus, because the hardware implementation you want to have 3 plus time. The first one, based on the above description, what option out of the given options is most suitable for this company? Justify your answer by providing facts to support your selection. Now, when I have tabulating these things, I feel like this is this is less cost. Okay. In the initial steps, you want to, you should not go with higher cost because you want to run the business. Okay, because you can't predict about the future. But and now at the same time you want to attract the customers as well. Therefore, you need to have what we call features also. Okay, if we consider about this XYZ, it is more cost. So you can't bear up that much cost at the initial stage. So option C, it is a hybrid approach. Okay, you can't survive for 2 years, but you can survive for 1.5, more than 1.5. So according to this one, we have already rejected the option D. Option C, we are considering according to the features and the cost efficiency, we will be selecting. So we won't write that one. Okay, we'll write that one, the part one. We will recommend option C. Option C, that means the hybrid approach. Hybrid approach, as we will reject option D, as it is hired externally before earning the profits. And the total cost for the option D is more than the other three. The three. Option A will be rejected as their low features, since we are released as the first time to the market to win the what we call to win the customers. We want to have a fully functional system. Fully functional system. Fully functional system. Or you can argue in any way. Okay, you can argue with the anyway. Now your main target is you have to somehow release at the first time. Okay, you can say that somebody can argue like we can select option A because even it is the less efficiency, less features available, we can release it to the market. By releasing into the market as the second version, we can create a better option. But the thing is, now your first target is somehow you have to release this to the market. Okay, if you do not release this to the market as the first, what will happen? Another competitor will come to the market and they will capitalize this. So you have to capitalize this one also. So that word also here should be available. Since we release this the first time to the market, to win the customer, we want to have fully functional system, and also to capitalize in the market, we want to release this. We want to release this as soon as possible. Soon as possible. Then why we are rejecting option B? That also you want to mention. Option B is rejected as the cost is high, would be difficult to run the business at the initial stage. You can write like this way. Okay, according to your argument. That means I have selected option C, the hybrid approach. Right. Okay. Some of them think option D might be a good choice. Good choice now. Some of them think option D might be a good choice. Now, considering the long-term cost effectiveness, do you agree with this line of thinking? Considering all the facts, give you reasons. Now, some of them think option D might be a good choice. Good choice now, considering the long-term cost effectiveness. Now, according to your viewpoint, you can write this one. Okay. But now I can't comment on this option D might be a good choice because I have already told that maybe at the initial stage we can't hire people until we are generating the profits. Okay, that is the first thing why I am going to reject this one. And also, actually, it will be a cost effectiveness when you consider about the long-term run. So by combining those things, you can write your answer. Do you agree with this line of thinking? Considering all the facts. Now, considering all the facts, give your reasons. Okay. When considering the initial stage, you can't say that since you are not hiring external people, it is not a better option. But you can now here you have to write a balance statement. That means you are not earlier. You have not selected that thing at the initial stage because the earlier stage you can't generate profits from this one. But when considering the long-term run, because having a customer IoT platform means you have some advantages. You can write those advantages here. At the initial stage, since we are not generating profits at the initial stage, since we are not generating profits, we cannot have this option because it is said that cannot hire external people until generating the profits. But when considering long-term run, this would be a better option because customer IoT platform has many advantages compared to generic platform. Generic platform means we are bound to a particular vendor. So what are those things? There is no vendor lock. We'll say. There is no vendor lock. Vendor lock. And system is not married to the vendor. We are not bound to the vendor's configurations. It can hold services are run by us. We can upgrade things very quickly as per the user requirements by considering all the facts. We can give a high customer satisfaction. High customer satisfaction and generate profits in the future. And also, you can write that now when you are using the 5-tier architecture, here the business layer is there. All those smart houses are controlled, very well controlled by this admin panel. Okay, you can do whatever you like in the admin panel, and also in the business layer of the 5-tier, it can easily take the strategic decision without considering the vendor. Right, that is also okay. Now we'll see the second one is also okay, right? Suppose after 2 years of operation, the company is profitable. After 2 years of operation, the company is profitable. The company can afford to hire experts in different areas to expand the business. Okay, very good question. Now, after 2 years, now this is a long term. Okay. Now, after writing down this statement, you can see now the option 3 will be very much correlated with the option 2, question number 2. Suppose after 2 years of operation, the company is profitable. The company can afford to hire experts in different areas to expand the business. Part A, if so, should they do so and go with option C or D? Give reasons for selecting one while rejecting the other. Okay. Here, right, by considering this fact, okay, now by coming to this part, you can say what is their suggesting answer for part 1? It is either XYZ, okay, it can be XYZ, and also it can be hybrid, but it is not ABC and it is not D. Okay, not ABC and not D. Okay, that is confirmed. But why they are focusing you to have you can give your suggestions for option B as well, because you want to release it early. Okay, early releasing, because early releasing is needed because you want to capitalize the market. By considering that fact, you can give your suggestions for the part 1. But I think comparing all of those things by having the risk, by considering the risk also, I think hybrid approach will be the most suitable thing for the part 1. Right. If so, should they do and go with option C or D? give reasons for selecting one while rejecting the other. Now, option C is that is you are having a vendor, but option D means you are having a custom IoT platform. Now, after 2 years means somehow you are generating profits. Now, in that case, you want to consider more on the business. Okay, you are providing the services. You want to consider more on the business. Okay, therefore, you want to have some expertise here. Okay, do the implementation things. So if you go with the option D, okay, that is a customer IoT platform, and also you have software developers to do the maintenance parts of that one. So you can more focus on the business. You can more focus on the marketing things. Okay, not the technical things. You do not want to consider about the technology, because expertise will look after the technology. Okay, so I will recommend the option D. Option D will be recommended, as we can more focus on the business rather than the implementation. Since we can get the expertise knowledge at this stage, since we are generating profits, we can consider about the marketing, the business, be able to capitalize the market. Capitalize the market. Okay, so now we can get the strategic decisions easily, because we do not want to consider more about the technology parts here. So option D will be the recommended thing. Part B, if option D is selected, explain how option D is to be hosted. Should it be hosted on premises or on cloud? Justify your selections. Now, they are suggesting answers also. And now, if option D is selected, explain how option D is to be hosted. Should it be hosted on premises or on cloud? On premises, now, since we are moving to an enterprise level implementation, so it is not encouraged on premises deployment. So it is a cloud platform. We can use a cloud platform and we can host the thing. Yes. And we want to write down the what we call since it is enterprise level and enterprise level business, cloud hosting is recommended. And cloud hosting also, there are two things now: normal cloud hosting and the custom IoT thing. Okay, on premises or on cloud. Now here you want to argue with only the on premises and on cloud. That means you want to give the advantages of the cloud platform. So what are the advantages? It is easy to scale and pay as you go and we can update features. That when we are updating the features, when we are coming to some kind of problems, but we can say like we can more focus on the business, and also some additional features of the cloud hosting you can write here. Okay, those things you can write. That means it is the part B, isn't it? This is part A. 3 part A. Part A. Simple A. This is part B. Simple B. And this is part C. What is that? Would they face problems with integrating the new created custom platform with their existing customer's device? What are they? Discuss. Now, would they face problems with integrating the new created custom platform with their existing customer's device? What are they? Discuss. Now, here they are asking about the differences between IoT, IoT customer cloud platforms and vendors cloud platform. That means when you are having your own services, okay, and also here you want to give the answers for that one, right? And also you can suggest this one, since it is custom IoT platform, we can add the features, we can add the services according to our wish. Now I have considered that one as a custom IoT platform. Now here it is a custom IoT platform. Now earlier one, what is that? Earlier one is a hybrid approach. It has a vendor lock. Now this one is a custom IoT platform. Earlier one is not a custom IoT platform. Now there is a conflicts are occurring. Okay, because the earlier we have hired some kind of vendor. Okay, now this is our own platform. Now we are using. Okay, our own platform has some what we call advantages, but the combining all of those things in one unit will be a difficult task because there are some vendor locks available. Would they face problems with integrating the new created custom platform with their existing customers' devices? What are they? Discuss. We can write, since earlier implementations are earlier cloud implementation has a vendor lock. Vendor lock. It is difficult to migrate from that service to the newest custom IoT platform. There will be a difficulty of collaborating or collaborating, the availability of integrating all those in a single platform and has to do a lot of configurations. That will take some amount of time for that. Okay, right. Completed. Okay, because now here we are implementing IoT cloud platform, and it is a custom IoT platform. But earlier one is we have bought, we have hired some people's thing. That means cloud hosting we have taken from Azure or AWS. But migrating one platform to another one will be a difficult thing. Okay, therefore there can be some problem with the integration. What are they discussed, right? All of those things with the existing, yes, they will face problems, and I have outlined those things. Okay, guys, this is the complete answer for the question scenario number 3. Okay, first of all, when you are writing the answer for this type of problem, while you are reading the question, you have to write if it is a business scenario, write the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. According to that, according to given facts, tabulate the thing. After that, you can take the facts from the table and you can give the solutions. Thank you very much. If this is useful, please